Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the eerie, adrenaline-pumping ghost hunting world of Phasmophobia, a game that's quietly become one of the most effective co-op horror experiences ever made. In this video, we're going to break down what makes it so special, its unique mechanics, atmosphere, team dynamics, and why even years after release, it still finds new ways to terrify us and make us laugh. So grab your EMF readers, stock up on crucifixes, and let's get spooky. So, the basics. What is Phasmophobia? So if you don't know, Phasmophobia is a multiplayer co-op horror game developed by Kinetic Games. So you and up to 3 friends play as paranormal investigators, tasked with entering haunted locations and identifying the type of ghost that's haunting the location. Sounds simple? It's not. The twist is that the ghost hunts you. You're not armed, and you are definitely not safe. And the more clues you gather, the more dangerous things become. It's a game of deduction, communication, and survival, all wrapped in atmospheric tension and some of the most unpredictable scares in horror gaming. So, the atmosphere, a masterclass in tension. Phasmophobia doesn't rely on over-the-top graphics or big-budget effects or like jump scares in the normal kind of sense. Instead, it uses a kind of subtlety, ambient creaks, flickering lights, radio static, and that creeping sense of dread. The environments range from abandoned houses, schools, campsites, a lighthouse. They're designed to feel just grounded enough to be believable and just off enough to be deeply unsettling. And the sound design, it's absolutely brilliant. From distant footsteps to guttural ghost breathing during a hunt, Phasmophobia knows exactly how to get under your skin without screaming in your face. It's a unique co-op experience. So this is where Phasmophobia really starts to shine, and that's the co-op. Now, unlike most horror games, it doesn't just allow co-op, it requires it. Each player plays a role, monitoring sanity, placing cameras, reading ghostwriting, or calling out ghost names to provoke activity. Communication is key. You'll need to rely on each other to gather evidence and survive. It's chaos and comedy and panic all at once. One person's hiding in a closet, another's trying to smudge a ghost mid-hunt, and someone's just yelling, "Guys, I heard something," from the van. The blend of teamwork and terror is what makes every session memorable. And then there's the ghost variety and deduction. So, Phasmophobia features over 20 unique ghost types, each with distinct behaviours and evidence types. From Oni to Banshee to the terrifying Diogen, learning to identify each one keeps the gameplay fresh. So the core gameplay loop revolves around using tools like spirit boxes, thermometers, EMF readers to gather 3 types of evidence. But it's not just about throwing down gear, it's about understanding behaviour. Is it a revenant because it moves quickly? A poltergeist because it throws things? Or is it a mimic faking other ghost traits? That mystery-solving element is incredibly engaging, and even after hours of play, it keeps you guessing. And then we've got risk versus reward. So Phasmophobia makes you earn your progress. So to make money, you have to identify the ghost and survive, but the longer you stay, the more dangerous it gets. Your sanity drops, lights flicker, hunts become more frequent. And here's the kicker. When a ghost starts hunting, you cannot talk on comms anymore. You're isolated, it's pure panic. This risk versus reward system forces players to weigh every decision. Do we stay to get the last piece of evidence, or do we cut our losses and get out alive? So it's not super penalising. You're not going to just make no progress at all if you keep dying all the time. What the game does is your rewards that you would have had are then cut by 50% should you die mid-investigation. So you still get something, you don't get the maximised that you would have had. So it is risk versus reward, but the game isn't severely punishing in that regard. You will still get 50% of what you would have had. So you still get something rather than nothing at all. And then there's the frequent updates and the developer's passion. Kinetic Games has continued to support Phasmophobia with consistent updates, new ghost types, revamped maps, better equipment, and a complete overhaul of the UI and progression system. What started as a small indie title has grown into a deeply polished, ever-evolving horror experience, and genuinely, it's all thanks to a dev team that clearly listens to their community and does genuinely, truly care about their game. So the recent update as well is a perfect example. Sound recorders and new ways to get media in the game. Obviously, it's a new player myself. Obviously, these are just like a staple for me, but for those who are returning players, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a new thing to do, and it's just a perfect example of the devs' continuing support for the game. And speaking of community, you've got the community and the memes. So Phasmophobia also benefits from a fantastic, fun, loving player base. You'll find horror fans, streamers, casual gamers, die-hard ghost hunters all playing this together. And the game's perfect for streaming as well because it creates stories. One player gets left behind during a hunt and sacrifices themselves. Another tries to do a ghost photo challenge and ends up with a selfie and a scream. From cursed dolls to doors slamming in your face, Phasmo's meme moments are truly endless. And something that I personally haven't experienced, but there's VR and immersion. You want to up the fear factor? Try Phasmophobia in VR. Suddenly, every creak, every whisper, every ghost event feels terrifyingly real, and VR's not a gimmick, so from what I've seen, it's one of the best VR horror experiences you can have, and the co-op works cross-platform, so VR players can still join their PC friends. That accessibility is still key. So again, I've not experienced the VR for myself because I just don't own a VR set at all. I just don't have the money for it. But from what I have seen, just doing a little bit of research, it does genuinely look like terrifying, and you would never get me to do it because I'm scared on the standard console version, let alone doing it that way. So no thanks. But yeah, so I guess what makes Phasmo so special? So at the end of the day, right, Phasmophobia succeeds because it knows exactly what it is and what it's meant to be. It's not just about jump scares or graphics. It's about player interaction, slow building fear, and emergent storytelling. Every match is different. Every ghost encounter plays out uniquely, and it's always unpredictable, terrifying, and incredibly fun with the right group of friends. Phasmophobia isn't just one of the best co-op horror games, it's one of the best co-op games, period. It combines fear and fun in equal measure, and gives you the tools to create your own moments, your own stories, and your own screams. So if you haven't played Phasmophobia yet, grab a few friends, turn off the lights, and get ready to yell, "Where are you?" into a spirit box, and you won't regret it. I've been playing Phasmophobia now for about 2 weeks. I'm still learning the ropes, I'm still getting accustomed to the game, and I've only recently started playing on intermediate difficulty, and believe you me, I still die a lot to ghost hunts as well. But genuinely, this is one of the most unique and fun co-op experiences I've had in a long time. The only thing I can really compare this to in some capacity is potentially the Outlast Trials, which if you haven't watched my video covering that game, I'll pop something on screen now, you can go over those. Another very good co-op horror game there as well, although very different in a lot of aspects to Phasmo. But genuinely, this game is incredibly fun. I'm literally going to be playing it after I've recorded this video, so it tells you all you need to know, really. But I just want to say, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and tell me your scariest Phasmo moments in the comments below. But until next time, stay spooky, ghost hunters.